on the stall. And today we're crankbait fishing. Boop. Crankbait fishing. We're here at the lake. We just got finished up doing some crappie fishing. We finally caught a crappie. Actually, we didn't get a crappie, we got a bass. So I said, you know what? Let's get back after these bass with some crankbait. And these are the two crankbaits that we're gonna be using today. This one's gonna go a little deep. We're gonna start off with that one, and then we're gonna shallow it up a little bit, see if we can get some suspension, and see if we can't bring a bass or two in. Let's do it. Okay, today we're gonna be using my St. Croix Victory. This is a medium heavy power, and it is tooled up with a Daiwa Tatula. This is a 7.3, 8.1 with the speed cranking. All right, we're gonna be starting off with this deep diver. I wanna be real close to that bottom. This guy's gonna get us down there. So let's see if this is gonna be the color and see what happens. Let's get after it. So basically what we're gonna do here is we're speed cranking. So we're gonna crank, 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 crank. Let it sit, let it come on up. And actually I can feel that I got into the weeds. Let's bring this guy back. Actually, we got our first fish here. Up. I don't know if we had a fish or some weeds. Kind of felt like we had a fish. Well, we brought weed factor back. I'm gonna have to think it's probably a weed. Sometimes they'll get caught up in your square bill. Well, this one's not quite a square bill. It's kind of round, but thought it had a bite. Maybe weeds. Not sure. Let's get back after it. So whenever you're coming off docks or fishing off the bank, crankbait fishing's a little tougher. And the reason with that is because as the elevation comes up, you're going to be smashing into the ground. If you've got a lot of weed factor, the likeliness is you're going to be bringing the weeds back up with it. But that's not so bad really further out. The further out that you can get it, you want to get that crankbait down. And as it comes up your transition to the bank is what we're looking for it to do. So as soon as you feel some of that weed factor, it's kind of over. I mean, if you're dragging weeds through the water, you're probably not really going to be catching fish. Most likely going to be actually scaring fish. And the suspension, as that rises, is another opportunity for the fish to, suspended fish, to zap your bait. It is a bit heavier, so we can get a pretty good cast on it. And then we'll switch over to the less deep diver. I'm running a 20-pound braid and a 16-pound fluorocarbon. This way, when I get that hit, I can really jam them. Wow, we're weeded up. We're weeded up. Kind of early. I didn't expect it to get... So the deeper we go, I'm kind of wondering, the deeper we go with this, the slower it rises. When I'm closer to the top, it rises quite quick. But I can feel I'm weeded up. And it's not usually the hooks that are catching the weed. It's the bill. The bill's down. You're coming in like this. Very few of these weeds actually are connected to the hooks. It's mainly the bill. Let's get back out there. Come on, buddy. Go get him. Yeah, I'm right into the weeds. I'm actually catching the weed factor quite quickly. So I'm gonna bring him back. Let's make a change. Let's switch over to the shallower diver. I mean, the weed factor is very healthy, which is good too. And that's one way of seeing it. Bring him back with you. Okay, here we are. This is a Big Papa. And this is going to be a little shot more of a shallower diver. It's got a nice little green belly there. I really like that. So let's see if this guy will keep us from diving too deep and see what kind of action he can get. Well, I can tell you right off the bat, much lighter, harder to cast out deep. Yeah, he's not going anywhere as deep as the other. You know what? I think I'm gonna get wild. I'm gonna go grab a red crankbait. I'm not really feeling it with the natural colors. I'm gonna go grab a red one. Let's do it. Let's make a bold change and see if that makes a difference. Okay, here's what we got. Red. This is made by Monster Bass. Haven't been very successful on some of the Monster Bass stuff, but let's get after it and see what happens. Got a nice rattle in it, as you can hear, and oh, it's being picky already. I was went to go let you hear the rattle and get all tangled up. This is not good. This is not good, Monster Bass. Let's give this guy an opportunity. Let's give this guy an opportunity. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Okay, let's see. Nicer cast. The colors are impressive. Oh. He already got himself in trouble. All right. So far, Monster Bass, this is the second time that it got kind of tangled up in its own line. I don't know if the hook just comes up too far or what. Let's give it another shot. But that shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't be happening. That feels a little better. So I did pretty good here with a lipless crank. Pretty much the same color. And I fished that one a little bit different than I normally fish lipless cranks. That one I was kind of letting it fall down, bringing them up. Oh, we just got a hit. We got one here. On the stall. Red was the way to go, guys. Red was the way to go. Oh, he got all of it too. He got all of it. Actually, this guy is actually not all that well hooked. All right, let's see if we can get this guy unhooked. He came in face first with this guy. He came in from the front and actually got the bill stuck in. So that's what we caught this guy on. So color change made a difference. Let's get a release on this guy. So that's number 2. Well, 1 for crankbaits. All right, red, and it was on the stall. He came right up in front of it. And actually, he got stuck in his mouth almost. Almost got stuck in his mouth. That's my first monster bass bait that I caught a fish on. So I'm pretty excited about that too. So basically, I just let this sit. He came up front and zapped him. What a difference the color made. My other crankbaits were quite subtle. This one's a little brighter. It's a loud bait. And darn it if it didn't get him. That was a nice hit too. And you could see, he basically, it wasn't that he got hooked. The size of the bait just got stuck in his mouth. He came in face first with it. I just feel like it's so rewarding to catch a fish in the wintertime. It just feels like it's just not the time, you know? And when you do catch a fish, it's super exciting. You know, in the wintertime, you go out often. And, well, I shouldn't say that. You don't go out as much. But when you do go out, it's not often you catch a fish. So whenever you bring a fish back, it feels really good, really good. So we're crankbait fishing here at the lake in the winter. We've had a couple mild days. It's cold now though. We had a couple 40-degree days. That's why the water's not frozen over. But lately, you know, it's been dipping down into the 30s. Going into the 20s at night. Fortunate, I guess we're having enough wind that the ice isn't really forming. But yeah, so this is crankbait fishing in the wintertime. We had another video with winter crankbait fishing, and basically I was taking a bunch of different lures out. We didn't have any success in that one, but this one, yeah. We switched it up to a brighter color and wham, we got it. So the red, for some reason here today, worked. We were running more of those natural colors to start, and they weren't doing it. We went deep, shallow, or I should say mid-range. This guy, he's about mid-range too. He seems to rise a little faster than the others. But it's the stall. It seems like really with the crankbait and jerkbait, it always seems to be the stall. That's where they end up getting them. It's like they want to come around front and get them from the head. Maybe because they can't escape as easy. As far as being a predator, you want to get your prey by the head. Because usually if you get them from behind, they might be able to get out from your, you know what I'm trying to get out. Blah, 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 blah. Whoa, I almost fell into the water, and that would have been cold. That would have been cold. That would have been cold. So anyway, I want to take this opportunity to thank you guys for watching. If you don't mind, hit that like, subscribe button. We'll try to catch you on the next one. Or try to catch me on the next one. I'll be right up below. I'll be right down there. Whenever you're looking at videos, just scroll down there a little bit. I'll be there, waiting for you. Praying, crying. So this red crankbait is turning out to be a one-hit wonder. We're gonna let him stay out there for a little bit, let him soak a little bit, let him come by and back up. Give a fish an opportunity to get in front of him and get him. We got that one fish and I was like, oh yeah, we're in. We're getting him with the red, let's keep going. But just that one. One's good, I'm happy. happy. The wind's starting to really pick up now here too. You can see the current starting to build on the water, and that is adding to the frigidness. It's cold. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this winter crank bait fishing segment. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this segment of winter crank bait fishing. This was certainly not what I expected to be the one to catch fish today, but I'm kind of glad that I made the decision to get a little bit loud with it, and it paid off. So, you know, don't be afraid to try those lures that you don't think are ever going to catch fish, because I'm surprised quite often, and this is one of those ones that turned out to be a surprise for me. So get your butts out there. I know it's cold. Get out there, get fishing. If you don't feel like fishing, click on YouTube, hit that Kirk Allen, and you can always watch me fish or try. Thanks a lot again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.